This podcast contains adult language and crude humor. Listener discretion is advised.
All right, guys, 11.2 was announced. Hell yes. And did I not call it? Actually, I don't remember if it was on the recording or not, but I called it. I knew that immediately after putting out our last episode, 11.2 would be announced, and it fucking was. 11.2, Ghosts of Koresh, hell yeah. And you know what? Just because who I am as a person, I gotta get this out of my system just once, okay? Just once. Well, at least once. All right. Koresh D's nuts.
Thralls, balls, they're everywhere!
Thrall's Balls, the World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Boomy Nation, Craig, Gershom, Johnny Tips, and Wooly. Oh, what's up, swingers? From the TBHQ in the grizzly lands of Wisconsin, welcome to Thrall's Balls, episode number 189. I'm Wooly, the spooky ooky blood elf shadow priest. Here with me is Gershom, the sassy-ass troll beastmastery hunter. We also have Johnny Tips, the proud dark iron diabolist lock. Hi, guys.
What's up?
Yo!
Hell of a week, right?
Trunk. Come on, do it. Pop the trunk. Come on, let's do it. Let's go. Pop the trunk. What's up, swingers? Hey, if I sound any better, it's because Wooly sent me a new microphone. Thanks, Wooly.
You are welcome. I'm happy it arrived safe and sound. I was worried somebody was gonna, porch pirate it.
No, that's why I had asked you the method that you sent it with, because my mailman brings them in the lobby, but somehow when I got home, it was in the lobby. Our neighbors are pretty good. Like, if I see some of theirs, I'll put it in the lobby.
Honestly,
too. Like,
when you sent me the message, what method did you send it by? I was like, oh shit, she went and looked and it wasn't there.
I know, I shouldn't have scared you. Well, also I was gonna, because if you had said post office, I have my mailman's personal phone number, like his cell phone, so I was just gonna be like, hey, if you get something for me, just make sure, please, you put it inside, because it's like electronics or something. But anyway, no, like, just because we're friends. Just
suggestive click click.
No, we're just because we're friends.
Yep. Is that mailbag hanging on the edge of your bed knob thing?
He is way beyond gay. Like, this is the one that the gay neighbors harassed too.
Way beyond
with me, that he couldn't go to court with me. Anyway,
on a scale of Cameron to Mitchell, they're both pretty gay. I'm watching a lot of Modern Family.
On a scale of Cameron to Mitchell, he's Peter the mailman. He is like, this man is his own thing. He has his own like gravitational pull. You don't even understand.
What is happening here? I've made a Modern Family reference and we haven't even made a South Park reference unless you count Butters doing the disclaimer. Jesus. Anyways, very briefly, because we got a lot to touch on, what have we been up to in WoW this week, you guys?
Someone go first, because
I'll go first.
Too,
I'll go first. Oh, Johnny, go first.
Yeah, I did a shit ton of time walking. Leveled my druid, my demon hunter. Tried the one button. Did all the lore walking. And I did a bunch of overcharged delves and got my belt.
Hell yeah.
And I got my Gilded of the Undermined Chief finally. I probably could have done it like a month ago, but I haven't been able to play as much and not been doing as many keys, and I hadn't had time to do delves really, so I finally got a chance. And
you already got
KSM
and KSL, right? You don't really need to be doing keys.
The only one I haven't done it, I need to get 3K reading. That's the only one I have left.
Is that the KSL one, or is that?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one where you get the other mount. There's like two.
So the Legend versus Master.
Yeah, it's Legend. That's the one I don't have yet. But
that's
I
what I mean by KSL.
Really, so.
Well, that about covers it for you.
Yep, that's about it.
It's pretty similar to my story here. After this patch was announced that we're going to be talking the shit out of, I locked the fuck in on my Shadow Priest, even though I'd already decided I was playing Shadow Priest, whether or not I raided.
Honkometer locked. You honked. You said, wah, wah.
Whoa.
No,
feel
you're
like
like
that's
all
a
the way.
reference.
Like the honkometer means you're committed. You're done.
Yes.
You're in it.
I
Okay.
am balls deep in the honkometer. Like I'm playing
Whoa.
Shadow Priest
That's
in
gnarly.
11.2. And what's more, I was on the fence about rating because, you know, real life. But I'll get into this later. There's a very good reason why. I'm absolutely raiding. I've even locked in on our raid roster, Shadow Priest. I am playing Zip Ties. He is going to Koresh. He is gonna, I don't know, try to solicit, Demencius for sex or something. I don't know, like, whatever. Hey, don't put a label on it, man. Whatever happens.
Am I the only person that for probably almost 15 years on and off has been saying dementious?
I'm sure there's
So
a lot
I
of
heard
people
someone
who
on
have.
Wowcast say dementious, and I'm like, neat. And then I hear other people say dementious, or like you, which is kind of where I was. And so sometime years ago, I started saying like dementious and just kind of mixing them up and fucking them up. And I know we can't talk a lot today, but it was enlightening to see that Wowcast and be like, well, it's definitely not dementious.
Kind of like,
Cheese nuts. I don't.
kind of
That
like
was
how
great.
when
The Koresh cheese nuts, by the way. That's
oh, thank
shout
you.
out to that.
Because it
That was
sounds
great.
like caress, you know?
It does.
So you
yeah, I
gotta
did it. And
correct
the best
it.
jokes are the ones you have to explain, right?
No, anyway, I'm going to be playing my Shadow Priest. I've locked that in. As for what I've been doing, I've been finishing leveling him. Haven't had a lot of time to play, but when I have, that's what I've been doing. Turns out you can do overcharged delves when you're under level 80, and it doesn't have to be like an 8 or an 11 or whatever. So I was overcharging at like rank 3 delves. I don't know if it's just because I haven't done it at a higher challenging level, but it's a little underwhelming. But we will see what happens as I try it for farther down the line. It was exactly what it was advertised as. It felt like an affix. That's exactly what it felt like, an affix.
That's so. You just actually took the words right out of my mouth. But go ahead. I'll do it when I do.
Words
my
right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, must have been while you were healing me. So yeah, my druid is officially on the back burner. I have decided that my goal for the rest of the patch, if I don't hit it, that's not the end of the world. My goal for the rest of the patch is just to let me solo him on my priest. I could probably take a crack at it on my druid right now, but it would feel hollow. So I want to take out that goblin motherfucker. That's about it. That is
Maybe
about it.
we don't know the Underpin's real name. What if he's Larry and he's like, hey, this, what the fuck, this fucking Zip Ties, get over here and suck my dick. And then Zip Ties is like, okay. And then he punches him in the head instead.
Let me.
And you win, and you get, let me solo him. The end. Was that a good story?
Why is the tip of my golden gobtrotter white?
Because you're a pervert.
What is wrong with us? Gershom, what have you been up to in WoW this week?
Oh, fuck. Very briefly. Jesus. Okay, you guys. I don't know why none of y'all mentioned this. Maybe we're going to talk about it in the news, whatever. I jumped right in. I went to the Legacy of Arathor immediately. I went right to the campaign. Okay, so I went right to the campaign. My original thought was that I wanted to go to do like some lore walking things first, but that's not what happened. So I went right in. I just kind of barreled myself into it and just sat down for like an evening after dinner and just did that. It's like an hour of play, maybe an hour and some change or something. I get up and do whatever, so it wasn't a big deal. I thought it was great. I thought the story was good. You know, we're gonna talk more about it, obviously. I found myself comparing it possibly a little too much to like how much I liked it more than the Worgen experience, than the going back and doing the Worgen. Like, I'm sure Blizz listened to the fan base about that, because I know I wasn't the only person that was like unhappy with that Worgen experience. And then there were a lot of bugs, and like I didn't run into any bugs with this. It went really well. I mean, everybody. I noticed at some points, like Overlord Gayara didn't have her voice on, but maybe that's one of those weird like labor union things or something. I don't know. So, and then what else? So I moved on to some overcharge delves. I didn't get my belt yet. I'm going to. I need to do the one where he's like, go in there and break the things down and bring me the broken belt, and then I'll give you the thing. It's like, okay. So that, so I did like go into it, got into the systems a little bit. And now I see what Willie was saying about how it's a little bit like the box of mini secrets or like something like that, like a little thing menu comes down and it makes it like easier for you in different ways. So neat. But the way you said affix, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that's exactly the word I was looking for. I hadn't said it because I'm not familiar with like affixes. I don't do a lot of mythics, but now I realize exactly what you're saying because I was like, okay, these aren't necessarily harder. I'm doing the same level as I'm doing bountifuls. They're not harder. There's just more shit to look out for. There's more shit on the ground. There's more like dudes hiding behind rocks. Like you do need to be a little more aware.
Behind rocks. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. It's just, yeah. So that's what I was noticing. Or like, you know, oh, all the blue lightning like everywhere. You definitely can't go barreling through the joint. So it's nice. Like, okay, a little baby challenge, a little something else to do, a little something else to get. But I'm cruising through them at the same level I was doing my regular, what do they call it? Bountiful Dells, which is like 9 or 10, depending on which one it is. So that's where I was with that. And then I kind of continued on with my spider folks and my goblin folks, you know, just my rep. I'm still not done with them. And then Johnnie, you mentioned, I think, how you had gotten like the Gilded of Undermine, or that's the one where you can upgrade to Gilded Crest, right? With like
no.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's the one where it gives you the discount on all. No,
that's what I mean. So it's actually, so the Chivo is called Ruined of Undermine. It's the one where you outgrow the slot before you. Yeah. And so here's why I mention it, because I know we're kind of in a hurry, we got to go quick, but I've mentioned it because I was wondering, I was like, why the fuck haven't I gotten this achievement yet? Like all my hero pieces are 4 out of 8. I've outgrown everything. I'm triple checking. I'm looking at every piece of gear I'm wearing. I have a fucking ring that is still a veteran fucking ring. And I immediately thought of Flurpy. Rip, bro, like 20 times rip, because I immediately thought of Flurpy because when Flurpy was on the show and I was excited about, you know, casual players getting the Great Vault finally, this was like when they first started doing it, and he was like, oh, you haven't had the experience yet where you get shit 6 weeks in a row and you have a piece that really needs replacing because it's the last piece of your 5 set and you won't get it. You can't. Now I'm there. I'm like, I can't upgrade any more of my shit until I get a fucking ring. And I'm like, Jesus, this actually kind of blows. So yeah,
that felt like a very well-timed ding.
I was perfect. And then what else? I'm literally almost done. I know you said fast. Oh, and so I need to go back and I need to do my lore walking and my time walking. I didn't do any of that. I went up to Lore Walker Chill. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do Arthas. And then I was like, no, I want to do the Arathor thing. So I turned my back on him and went over, and I didn't do my time walking yet either, which I do want to check out because I want to see how BFA is. There's going to be one more BFA bookending this time walking, this Turbulent Time Ways, the 6 weeks. So they're going to start it and end it with BFA and then the others in between. So I will have one more chance in like 5 weeks if I miss, but I really do intend to make that something like the next thing I log on. I do want to do it. So. And
you really want to hit the Turbulent Time Wave things this whole time. You want that pirate dragon.
Yeah, I think we forgot to mention that on the news, but I'm going to want that dragon. Absolutely.
So real talk, I already got my mount.
How? The pirate dragon?
Because it's the infinite, isn't it like a recolor of the infinite pirate dragon from Tazavesh or whatever? Or
it's the same. It's literally the dragon from Tazavesh. And
it's our captain.
Apparently, I don't know why it's doing this, but it just lets you get it. You can just get it.
That's got to be a glitch. I thought you needed to do all
I don't
the
know
things.
if everyone I know has it already. It's insane.
I haven't seen this thing anywhere.
Because normally, right, you're supposed to like have the buff up over like X number of weeks.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't put that in the code.
You just
keep running it. You just keep running time walking.
Wait, so they send it to you when you get the achievement, the Turbulent Time Ways 3, though, or whatever it is.
Yeah,
so how do you get that achievement without running all the
You can get the achievement right now is what I'm saying.
Oh!
You can just keep running
Shut up.
Teacher, you forgot to give us
I'm not the
homework.
first
Shut up.
person to say
Teacher,
this,
you
but-
forgot to give us homework. Well, I know who's getting their fucking scalp skinned out by the playground later.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, I'm sorry. I asked you to explain it.
It ain't news. Like this is like this, but like it's already been on the big, more popular, programs.
That's wild.
So, how are the time walking cues for DPS this time around?
I haven't been doing that. I did it on a tank, and I have no
you
clue.
rolled through in 2 seconds. You
Yeah.
queued and got
'Cause
accepted.
I don't want to
Anyways,
queue
for
as
those of us-
disc, but I will if I have to.
Well, you know what else I'm curious of too? Not to interrupt, but
Interrupt, it's your
is this
turn.
the one that they made it harder? Is it harder now to discourage the leveling? Like they tuned them differently, or is that
right,
not
they
yet?
changed that.
I didn't notice them being any harder, but it was still kind of a joke. But one minor thing I will say, Temple of Centerless, they finally fixed that dungeon. You just
wrong with
clicked.
it?
Remember that was the one you had to like click the eyeball and drag it over to the big snake face.
I've never been there. I've never been there because I
Can
wasn't
I be
running
honest?
dungeons at all in BFA. I was so
Back in
dungeon
BFA,
phobic. Okay.
back in BFA, there's a dungeon and it's with just snake people, and it used to be you'd have to like grab this giant. There's like these 2 eyeballs in this giant ass room, and you'd have to go and grab one and bring it to this head and slot it in. And there were these mobs that would like take it out of the socket
Sounds
over and over again. It was horrible. They fixed it. You just channel on these 2 orbs on the 2 sides of the room, and it opens. Done. You go on. It's the best thing I've seen in BFA ever.
Shit
Oh
that
my
takes
god.
years that they finally do. Like, why the fuck
Yes.
why did they never have a portal in that elevator in the Vestiaire one? Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
exactly.
20
Oh,
years
shit.
later. Anyways,
Exactly.
Speaking
Yeah.
of BFA, I remembered a couple things I didn't do in WoW. So Gershom, when you're done, I would like another turn.
no, please go ahead. You can have another turn. You set me a microphone. You can take as many turns
Oh.
as you like.
Well,
Wow.
3 turns for Wooly. No, I'm just kidding. For
So,
toweling on the other kid.
just-
No, I'm just kidding. No homework for Wooly.
just you mentioning BFA reminded me that I went through to solo Mythic Nyalotha, which is apparently doable now. I ran in there on my Warlock, who is not my best geared tune. My Druid is. My Warlock is, I think, 620 something, 630 something. Not great. But yeah, so that's an option you can do. I wanted that cool ass looking cloth set. It looks all N'Zoth voidy because I'm like Shadow Priest. Hell yeah. And then the other thing that I forgot I did was, yes, I did do lore walking, and the only reason I wanted to circle around and mention it is because I was hoping we'd go 1 episode without sucking DNR's collective dicks, but I was listening to Do Not Relent, and they were complaining about some glitches they had, and guess what? I had one too, and it pissed me off. I was doing the Xalatath line, right? And I was at this point where it's where the objective is assist Xalatath around, I think it was like Broken Isles zones, but there was nowhere for me to teleport to. I talked to Cho, I'm like, and there was no teleport option. I couldn't figure out what the hell I was supposed to do, and then later found out it wasn't supposed to happen the way it happened for me. It just stops me, and then you have no choice. I was fucked. I was pissed off, so now I have
Did you submit a report?
I did not, because I'm one of those dweebs. Also because it didn't occur to me.
Due diligence. You're
Yeah.
a content creator now. You want to get off the Bud Light table and go back there with Berserker behind the ropes. You got it.
You know, I keep thinking of that analogy he made, and it's just
I
so
love it. It stuck with
perfect.
me all these years. I texted him not a year ago. I DM'd him about something, and I was like, "Oh, over here at the Bud Light table." And he was
We're
like,
not
"No."
even at
Like,
the Bud Light table. We're at the horse
the-
trough outside.
Poor horses. That sucks for them.
Yeah, especially, okay, they should have told me sooner that it wasn't a toilet, okay? Not my fault. But,
I was gonna make a joke about somebody trying like Chicago Mexican food for the first
oh
time.
my god. Trichomonas, if I pronounced that right. But no, these quest lines are bugged. I hope they're fixed, but I do have to start the Xalatath line over because apparently you cannot work on more than one line at a time. And I was like, well, this is broken. I'll go do ethereals. So I went and did ethereals. They're like, you have to give Xalatath the middle finger first. I was like, oh, okay, fuck you, Xalatath, and started over. So I'm working through the ethereals quest line. And by the way, this is pretty good for leveling. 70 to 80, hell yeah. Just do it. All right, now that I'm done stealing Gershom's turn, finish your turn.
My turn was finished.
Oh,
You're
it was?
Good.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just wondering though, would you predict, just real quickly, randomly, yes or no, would you predict that one could get from 70 to 80 by doing each lore walking campaign? You think that would get you through? The way that like 5 time walkings would get you through?
Well,
I think 5 time walkings would probably get you, it usually takes me like 7 or 8.
I got like 3 levels. But it was 78 or 77 to 80.
Oh, okay.
I will say, you can repeat lore walking. So
yeah, it's same as time walking. Like, yeah, after you do the thing, you can just do. No, I get it. I was just wondering if you could do them each once and the level a character that way, because I have a few 70s hanging back that I'm just like.
I bet if they had more, you could. I bet if you had,
Yeah, we talked about that last week or 2 weeks ago for a long time.
Pop on war mode, hope to get lucky. Go during Dark Moon Fair, which is coming up soon-ish, I think. Then maybe, yeah.
Neat. Okay, I was just curious.
Anyway, shall we move on to the mixed drink of the week before we jizz our jeans about 11.2?
Fuck yeah, 11.2. Fuck yeah, mixed drink of the week. Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah! Fuck
It's the mixed drink of the week, and before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody to please only partake of the mixed drink of the week, or any alcohol for that matter, if you're of legal age, or legal whatever to do so. Furthermore, we're not responsible for any stupid shit that may befall you as a result of your own stupid shit. So, we have been calling this drink series Current Patch, but we're adjusting that because it's our fucking show and we can do what we want. It is Current Events. So Gershom is bringing us Tazavesh, which we'll get into in the news later, but if you've been living under a rock and haven't heard, Tazavesh, they threw a Halo 3 bubble shield around, and it's going to be hanging around Koresh, and it's going to be our player hub. So Gershom, with your Tazavesh, are you ready for us to guess?
Yes, I'm sorry, I just coughed. That was so random.
Can we get one hint?
My own spit. Yes, you can have a hint. I'm sorry, you can please edit that out. That was so random.
I'm not going to.
I don't know what that was. I wasn't smoking or anything. So the hint is 2 hints. It's a shot and a chaser taken separately, but together. You know, like they're not mixed. It's not dropped in. Nothing like that. Like you do the shot and then the sidecar. Okay. And then the shot. The reason I'm not drinking this today is because the shot is kind of nasty, and so I went back to what the chaser is and just I'm doing the chaser without the shot. So it's a 2-parter. It's a shot and a chaser. They're all thematically linked. I'll explain afterwards. And the shot's kind of gross, but the chaser's good.
Okay. With that as our hint, my guess is first the shot. Let's see. I'm trying to see where you're approaching this from. You probably wanted to see it as Tazavesh as it's coming to us, with what you know of it, that it's from the Shadowlands, so it's the land of the dead, so something death is in there, which makes me think malort, because fuck malort, but also it's all ethereal and brokery, because spoiler, they're the same fucking people, sort of.
Fuck you, Wooly. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I should have said at the front of the show, this is probably going to be a spoilery episode.
Lots of spoilers.
Anyway, so malort mixed with, and I'm thinking of the blue of the brokers. So honestly, even it's still probably nasty because of the malort, but I'm thinking the shot is half malort, half something tasty like blue curacao or something to that effect. So I think you shoot that, and then the chaser, I'm thinking of the shield around it that's going to keep us safe from the void energies. So I'm thinking the chaser is something nice and simple, like Deep Eddy, lemon flavored, in lemonade. That was a very long-winded guess. That's my guess, though.
No, it will be long-winded. It's kind of the nature of the thing. And I don't want to say how close you were or not, because Johnny needs to guess first.
So, I know I'm wrong already, but I thought
your shit is way fancier than anything I'm ever gonna do.
Johnny.
Yeah, I would cookie for Cocoa Puffs.
He's like, I put liquid gold on the outside of the cup, and then
I did a hypnotic with blue curacao and lemon juice as a shot, and then you like chill it in ice, and then you put Everclear on top and light it on fire, and then the chaser is gonna be light ice blue Powerade.
Okay.
And
you guys both went for like that weird like lemon berry. I think the summer is like calling.
It is.
So Wooly, you're close because of one thing, but you guys want to hear what's in the mixed drink of the week? Fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay, so the shot you're gonna, and this is pretty simple. It's half Captain because her captain is a dragon.
Oh,
duh. Hello. And then half Malort. So Wooly, you were right on that. And that's the part that was gross. I didn't like that. Thankfully, they sell 8 packs of airplane bottles at my local liquor store. And I buy those because I don't even like to buy the little bottle. I don't want to see it in my freezer. I just have like maybe 2 airplane bottles left. They last me like a year for mixed drinks, but that's...
Why do you even... What? Okay, I have a question for all you crazy-ass Illonesians down there in your Illinois. Why do you fucking bother with Malort? You all know it's garbage.
It's a badge of honor. It's like a joke.
Yeah, it's a
thing.
Prank. It's a prank.
It's a thing. They prank you when you move here. I got malorted. You get malorted, or like if you come in from out of town for the first time, and then all of a sudden, like I saw someone doing it on TikTok because they were dumb, and they're like, "Why did the bartender just put a trash can right next to my stool?" Because you're about to drink this. Anyways, so the shot is half Captain Morgan spiced rum and half Malort, and then the chaser is kind of like winner's choice, but it's an appropriately flavored weed drink. So like I got one that was like a lemon lime one at my dispensary, and I mixed it with lemon lime soda and a little more vodka. So today I'm drinking the cup part, the drink part, and I left the shot out of it. But thematically what I was thinking is that the shot is like kind of launching and feeling like you're on fire and it's gross and like maybe you might throw up or maybe you won't. And I was thinking about when the boat like goes into like Shadowlands Tazavesh, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's like transporting whatever, and then we get there and it's like you are feeling like a little elevated, probably kind of dizzy, things are kind of sweet, a little tangy, strong, you know what I mean? Like I feel like landing in Tazavesh would be jarring, like that shot, like it would make you feel sick, or traveling on Tazavesh across like dimensions or something would make you feel very strange. And then you get there and you're like, oh, but this weed drink is hitting me, and you're probably like feeling a little light, but like weird. And it was thematically, it actually worked. It worked really well.
Like
and the mixed drink is good with the weed drink in it.
I want to also add to our disclaimer. We were not using weed-infused things at the time that it came up with a disclaimer about the mixed drink of the week, but also use your fucking brain. We're not responsible if you do anything stupid while under the influence, or if you get caught doing something illegal in your state. We only promote things that are legal in your state, okay? Or if you live
in Illinois,
another...
weed is recreationally legal here. So
yes.
If you hear me mention it, yes, please keep in mind that those laws do vary from state to state, and we're not going to be held responsible if you guys get in trouble doing some of that. Find a substitute or just omit it or something. I just speak freely of it because I do live in a green state, but not everyone does. So.
Also, roughly 20% of our listenership is not American, so do whatever is legal by you guys. I don't care. We're not, just don't sue the shit out of us for something we're not responsible for.
I'll sue you back, bitch. No, okay, sorry. That was that vodka, though. I'm sorry.
Shots fired.
You should do the news. No.
So, yeah, that was the Tazavesh. Gotta say, I love the sound of it. One shot, half rum, half malort. That's the only part I don't like, but it is the realm of death, so it makes sense. And you chase it with an appropriately flavored THC-infused drink mixed with vodka and soda, I believe you said, correct?
That's right. It's a THC-infused vodka soda, basically. Yeah.
Also, guys, my kitty cat Stormy says hi. She came up and wanted pets, and then she scratched me, and now she's just pouting. Anyway.
Peter's not being an asshole. He's shedding all over my laundry right now. Sleeping in the laundry.
He's shitting on your laundry?
Shedding. Because he's white, and he wants to go lay on my laundry. And
I heard shitting.
That's gross.
All right, let's move on to the news.
Time for WoW News. Motherfuckers.
Actually, no, we're not moving on to the news yet. I forgot to ask Johnny. You have the drink next week. What's your drink? What are you gonna make?
I'm still deciding. I think I'm gonna do the Gallagio.
The Gallagio.
After I talked about a gold-plated cup, he makes the Gallagio. You fucking would.
I wonder if the Gallagio's haunted because of all the, let's just say, unpaid volunteers who definitely died building it.
All the people who definitely got shot in the face, like right on the porch when they were looking for Gallywix's nephew or whatever. The fuck?
All right, now we can move on to the news.
Yes.
Time for WoW News. Motherfuckers.
All right, so we have so fucking much to get to. 11.2 has been announced. Johnny, tell us what's going on there.
Well, 11.2 has been released to us. It has been announced it is coming. Welcome to the ghost of Koresh, or Koreshing your balls down. We're going to Koresh, guys. Eons ago, this was the home world of the people that would become the ethereals. We have no fucking clue who they are, but they're now the ethereals because they have no more bodies. You know, the cool, like mummy wrapped dudes that you always see. They do your mog for you. You find them in BC, find them in other places. And apparently, spoilers, brokers and ethereals are the same race or come from the same place originally. Now, obviously,
what's going on with
brokers are
that?
Shadowlands. Oh, if you had done your lure walking, you would know. At the end of one of the lure walking,
that wasn't his fault. You be quiet. You leave Wooly alone.
It's the end of the ethereal lure walking. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I did look it up.
When I talk about the Reshii raps, I'm gonna talk about this, but keep going. I know we're trying not to butt into each other. This is gonna be so fucking hard. Yeah.
I just want to say really quick.
Soul until the void lord Dementias just consumed it. Playing host to a group of ethereals who are ironically working to resurrect Dementias. So there's multiple factions of these people. The Protectorate, the Shadow people, and then there's like another one. And like there's a bunch of different factions in here, and they all have different goals and motivations, and it's fascinating and it's great. If this happens to Azeroth though, we're fucked. Basically.
Oh, yeah. And that's why we gotta cut that motherfucker down.
Locust Walker said that way back before we even knew what any of this shit was gonna happen, right?
He said that.
Yeah, Illyria was like, is the same thing gonna happen to Azeroth? And Locust Walker was like, I fear that that's probably what the ultimate, what the end game here is.
Right.
Shadow Guard, by the way.
Wild.
I forgot the word for them when I was writing the notes. They're called the Shadow Guard that are trying to bring him back.
Yes, thank you.
Want to resurrect Dementias or however the
Demented Jesus.
Demented Jesus. Fuck, show title, please. You guys just memed me live on air.
I would love to make that the show title, except I really feel like we got to make these titles actually sound like. Oh, I don't care about that. I'm a Christian people.
Ricky
I don't
Bobby
care.
on this. Can we get?
I just think the titles should actually make more WoW related sense. Demented
Sweet baby
Jesus.
Dementias. Sweet baby Dementias. Oh no. I did.
Oh shit.
Ricky Bobby, sorry, go ahead.
All right.
There's
Well,
a lot
as
of
long
cool
as
features though. Like what is it? The artifact cloak we're gonna get. We're gonna get these cool cloaks. They're artifact style, so think like Heart of Azeroth. We're getting artifacts, right? And we're gonna have this new feature. I'm assuming it's gonna be some sort of on use that you're just gonna have in your bar, and you're gonna like turn into energy, like pure energy. Which also makes me think of Dadgar, and how he survived inside of that jewelry thing that Xalatath had, was empowering Darkheart, right?
Oh yeah, because she basically Koresh Dalaran.
Yeah. And it makes me wonder, and there's a bunch of other stuff, there's like Ecological Succession.
Like Khadgar was existing in like a magical dimension where he was safe.
Yes.
And not to go way too far into WoW lore, but we know that there's other ways to do this, because even in the War of the Ancients, Malfurion was able to access different, like he could find the jewels in the Emerald Gem and like hide from Xavius or some weird shit. So there is definitely ways to like open your mind and access magic and access like other realms.
Yeah, so essentially there's this thing called Phasediving. We're gonna have this thing called Ecological Succession, which I believe is like a new farm. And it's gonna be like sort of like a ranch of like pets and little critters. And there's a new raid, new dungeon. The raid is called the Manaforge Omega, which sounds fucking badass.
That is the best fucking raid name in a long time.
Right?
Wasn't there just the Manaforge raid? Though, wasn't that one of those weird broken apart dungeons up there? Or not a raid, but it was a dungeon. It was like Manaforge.
What, Netherstorm?
The Mechanar.
In Netherstorm, but like above it, it was like the
eye.
It was the
Mechanar,
eye was the raid. There
Arcatraz.
was the jail one, the Arcatraz. There was the plant one, the Botanica.
And the Mechanar.
Mechanar, okay.
But like
There's
there
some
were
places in
Manaforges there.
Netherstorm called like Manaforge things though.
Well,
like
yes.
that's like a word.
And
Yeah.
here's
That is
why,
the thing,
because the Manaforge is what is like a factory where they're like sucking up mana or forging mana into things. And the purpose, I'm sorry, not to step on you, Johnny, I'm sorry, but the purpose of the raid is to resurrect Dimensius. So it is its own factory. It is a Manaforge, and it's just Manaforge Omega.
It's the Omega.
Badass one.
Right.
It's the one he said y'all couldn't get the job done. I'm daddy's home now. Ew.
And the new dungeon, Eco Del Maldani, we're going to be in those fucking cool goddamn domes they used to have in BC. There's a whole dungeon of
I
those.
used to love those places.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I used to get
imagine the
stoned and go
dungeon
sit in them and just be like, I'm playing WoW.
We
If
got
Pauly
archival
Shore is
assaults.
not a boss. I'm sorry, continue.
We got new dells, we got archival assaults, and there's a new nemesis, our good old pal, Nexus Princess Kaiveza from freaking Nurabar Palace, right? The coolest boss in that goddamn raid. She's the new delve boss, like the underpin, right? Or like Zekvir. She's the new like Zekvir-like boss.
That's cool they added a female. I like that. I had never considered that. Like just because I'm like, oh, whoever is whoever. But I'm glad that we're gonna have like a female. I just wonder what cool voice line she's gonna have, honestly. Like
Yeah.
she's not gonna be like nice. She's definitely gonna be sarcastic. It's in my section, but what does she say? Something she says like, oh, like you don't defeat her in the raid. She runs off. She's one of the ones that eats off. And she's like, oh, I'll come back later, like when I have time for you or some bullshit.
Right. Yeah, for real.
Like, bitch, what the fuck? That's
Yeah, it's totally not even phased by you like beating your ass down. Like the not even like
yeah, she totally just yeets off and insults you when she does it.
Exactly. It was so good. I loved it. New PvP island, so a new Ashran basically called Vanquisher's Wake. And Tazavesh is gonna be floating into fucking Koresh. It's just gonna show up. We're gonna have that's our new city. So the actual city of Tazavesh from the dungeon is like our new city hub. And it's gonna float to the fucking raid area, the new zone. So not only are we getting a new zone, we're getting a whole new fucking city, and it's freaking Tazavesh.
Hell yeah.
So all kinds of kooky shit's gonna be happening there. It's gonna be badass. I'm excited.
It's got a big old bubble around
Animal is gonna be playing the drums on one of the corners.
He better.
Big old Halo 3 bubble, right? Like fucking.
If not Animal, then Hogger.
Wait, Oh, I thought it was Animal from the Muppets. Oh, but you said it was Hogger because he reminded you of like Animal. Yeah. Okay.
I wanna jump in here really quick though. That PvP island, is that more of an Ashran? Because I thought I had just taken it to be like a big old blood.
It's open world. It's
thing.
open world. It's not like queued. It's like an open world area for people.
Oh,
so I guess it's a little different than Ashran, but Ashran was an open world thing too. Because you could just go.
I've just been thinking of it more like I just assumed anyway that it was like
the
that
Grand or something like that, maybe.
Like that Coliseum thing, actually, in Stranglethorn.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I just know it's an open world based PvP entire section of the zone.
Do you guys remember that? So probably because they had messed with Ashran and WoD, but in Legion there was this weird open PvP spot that was like kind of close where you went up by the Ashara dungeon. This is so fucked because it's like whatever zone that was where you go to the Ashara dungeon, like way up at the top. And sometimes there'd be a world quest there, but this place was like open PvP. And it was like Murlocs, and people would just be running around like grabbing treasure, killing Murlocs, and like killing each other.
I believe that was tied directly to the PvP world quest, if I remember.
Was it? So it wasn't open all the time?
I don't think so. What Blackrock Hold had something that was open all the time.
That's interesting because like we've talked about this a billion times, but like the framework for so many things, the skeletons for so many things are in the games. They're like on the servers. So I like when they pull out something that they clearly experimented with that we never knew, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think I sang the praises about Ashkahet, like, oh, y'all wanted a fucking Nerubian raid, you wanted a zone, bitch, you got an expansion.
Not gonna lie though, speaking of
years to do it, but you got it.
Speaking of Nerubians, not gonna lie, in retrospect, Nerebar Palace was a pain in the ass, like movement wise and some other things, but overall I'd say that was a pretty decent raid. Just saying.
Sometimes when I'm doing Lich King time walking, I'll see asshole Nerub come up. Yeah, I said asshole.
Asshole Nerub.
Asshole Nerub. And then I was like, I don't want to go here, but you're not gonna quit because you're just gonna be done. But that is still one of my least favorite ones. I didn't go into the raid, I did story mode, so I just went to the end. So like I don't know what it was like to travel around in there, but those dungeons are tough with the webs and it gets in there.
So is this where I admit that I never actually ran Tazavesh at all, ever?
I haven't either. I think I did once during Shadowlands.
I didn't even do that.
And I thought it looked fucking cool as shit.
I was gonna run it, and then the first boss bugged, and we just never finished.
I can't believe you didn't go back. Wooly didn't Side Whistle tell you that everyone gets the disc the first time?
Oh yeah, everybody gets it.
Everyone
the very
gets
first
it.
time. For those of you who don't listen to Do Not Relent, and I can't imagine there's very many of you, they have this running joke over there about a mount that for some reason Slide Whistle thought everybody got, but it really he just got lucky.
Because he got it on the first time.
Yeah.
Like the luck is astronomical, but.
Okay, so is Tazavesh coming back as a dungeon then?
Yes, not only that, it's in the Mythic Plus pool, which we'll talk about later, and they're having a hard mode they're bringing back not only the Mega Dungeon, they're bringing back a hard mode of that Mega Dungeon, and the two halves are coming back in the Mythic Plus pool.
I was gonna say they're doing all three. Like basically, no matter how you want to play it, you could do it.
I'm honestly very tempted to actually get back into Mythic Plus for once. It's been a long time.
But yeah, we got about these. I'm more interested in these Reshii raps and this phase diving shit that's gonna happen.
Do you want me to tell you about Reshii raps? I can tell you about them.
Yeah, tell me about all the coffee wraps.
I'm gonna love these bitches. It's gonna be amazing. So we already have talked a lot and heard about these Reshii wraps. So to be clear, this is an artifact cloak, and we're gonna get it early in the new campaign. If you're an alcoholic, there is no reason to fret. Apparently, when you log on to any of your alts that you are an alcoholic for, the skip is immediate. So I don't know if it shows up in your mailbox or just like, hey, completed the quest, here's the thing in your bag. But
I'm assuming it's one of those little red text things on the quest, like, I've heard this before, bitch.
Maybe, give me my cloak. Yeah, like, bitch, give me my jacket. Anyways, and it's upgradable. So we're still sort of kind of hashing out, looking for details on what that is. And I don't want anyone to be mad because this kind of made me bristle too, but apparently it might be tied to a new currency. Yeah, we got people yelling about currency, yelling about borrowed power. I'm kind of in that den of dipshits that's like, isn't all gear sort of borrowed power? Like, this does not piss me off at all.
I'm not
Everyone
sure
getting
that's
into this, I'm just like, whatever, guys, just play the game. I'm just more, I don't know, this is one of those things. But anyways,
well, I want to say quick though, this is definitely not a borrowed power thing. We're not like, it's not like the Dami Mami shards where we need this so we can have extra
yeah,
talents and
exactly.
shit.
Go back and do that and then complain about fucking borrowed power. No,
The
bitch,
thing
I
about
remember
this
when you
is-
used to have to raid to get anything in the game. Like, seriously, stop.
And this is coming from the guy who just a couple of weeks ago I was not happy about the belt from Overcharge Delves, which in retrospect I made way too big a deal about.
But you still made like peace with it and said, okay, I understand
it
the
is what
product
it is
now.
kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so like I'm totally okay with it, because think about it. That is one less piece of gear you have to target. That's one less thing you have to worry about.
That's why, like, I'm not too pissed off about the belt either when I get that right after we hang up, because I'm like, okay, like the belt I'm replacing it with is my belt from like the end of like tier 1. Yeah, so like that was another piece.
Oh
that
my
really-
god,
I
you're
don't know,
running
like,
around in a Zul'Gurub rub belt?
I think so.
You said tier 1, so.
Not that tier 1, sorry. 11.1. Anyways, so yeah, so Wooly, you made an interesting point, and I'm not skipping over it, but I'm going to address it later because I'm talking about it in another place. But how much of a treadmill is upgrading this thing going to put us on?
Yeah, I
So I'm
gotta
putting a
wonder.
pin in that. No, because I did have a thought about that. So your thought is hopefully not much, and I agree with you. So then there's also going to be this cool thing, which, you know, we've talked about, the Phasediving. I guess it's going to turn you into like a pure energy or an ethereal form. And then also thinking if you're going to be raiding. So this is also for fun. So I've heard some things that are going to be great about this for casual players. Like I heard them on the webcast talk about that there's going to be bosses, treasures. I don't know quests. I don't want to say that, but I definitely heard like world bosses or elites and treasures that are only available in that form. So interesting. Like always kind of you could shift into like go play the game somewhere else on a different way. And I'm sure there'll be achievements and things and all kinds of fun stuff. And then like also, Wooly, you pointed out that there's like a logical reason for this. It basically allows us to sneak into the raid through the sewer. And they talked about this on the webcast too. I was laughing about it. It's like instead of just walking in the door, like you said, Willie, we're just gonna get sucked through the magic sewers after we trick the magic sewer pipe into thinking we're magic sewage. That's what I'm doing right now, tricking everyone about magic sewage. This is amazing. So yeah, and then also you're gonna use it in the new delve, which I'm also gonna talk about later. There's so much. Yep, treasures, rares. I'm looking over my stuff here. Oh, so to touch back on what Wooly was saying, my latent fear, these are my words. I just have this latent fear that we're gonna get stuck in some currency or rep grind in here, and it's gonna suck the joy right out of there like it was magic sewage. Korthia, anyone?
Oh, don't even.
Yeah, I do
Those
not
are my
wanna
notes
have
to myself. Those were what I wrote out. Like, this is how you need to say it because this is exactly how you're feeling.
Yeah, I don't
no
want to
jokes.
have to sit there and have to grind out thousands and thousands and thousands of shadowy shroot bucks or whatever.
But to speak better of our beloved Blizzard, I do, to talk back about how they try things and we're not sure what they're trying or why the system never comes back. I do remember that was that thing in Korthia and it was too long. It was too much of a grind. You had to get the thing to go in there, but there was like this weird shadow realm. Remember? That
I
you had
may
to
have blocked that
finish
out.
to get that you had to finish to get your Korthia rep. Like you had to go in there and finish that thing. And the thing was, it sucked. The bosses were hard. No one was ever in there. it was like just weird. And I'm like, okay, this is almost looks like some basic level shit. But if they're bringing us like a version of that, like maybe they were working on something like Phasediving. Neat. They put it into a fucking cloak finally, and we can go do that and play that part of the game. Because I didn't hate that part of Korthia. It was just so fucking hard, and I didn't see why it had to take so long. Like, I don't know. That was weird. So
I may have blocked that. Also, that was the tier that I wasn't rating, so I may not have been going as hard on the game.
You weren't.
I fucking hated it. It was
you know what I'm talking about, John.
Sanctum of Domination patch with the stupid shards and the goddamn.
Yeah, the shards was the same thing. Yeah.
And you had to talk to
the dog shit. Fuck that.
And you had to talk to Boner Smith Hyman to get the things.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember Boner Smith Hyman.
Did you remember Boner Smith Hyman?
I do. That's
that
right.
I blocked out.
I do. That is old school.
That's the vendor, Bone Smith Hymir or something, and we called them Boner Smith Hyman on the show.
I forgot all about her until right now. Well, anyway, maybe Wizard will find a way to tie in Boner Smith Hyman in the way that they tied in. I am really, so before I wrap up my section, we were talking about like escaped ethereals, right? Okay, so that cat's out of the bag. So I also heard this little thing, and it went by so damn fast in that Wowcast video, which was too short, by the way. They covered so much stuff in like 12 minutes. I was like, what? I was like going back a lot.
Yeah, we could have used the longer video.
The silk from that you make your Reshii wraps with, it's from like a special place that they haven't told us what it is yet. So I'm like, wow, there must be something involved with Nerubians. This isn't the only reason you're here, obviously, because like the Dark Heart's involved and all this stuff. It's not like I'm not breaking the world with this, but I just think it's fun to see Blizz respond to people who complain and be like, I've been playing since Classic. I don't understand why you even have the Lich King on the lore walking thing. Well, bro, open your head a little bit. I said Nerubians, other people said Nerubians. Now we got ethereals over here that, you know, are now the brokers. And I'm thinking to myself, like, y'all gave up something to become ethereals. I'm not sure when we stopped wearing like band-aids and started wearing like barbecue tongs for our pants instead. Like, I'm not really sure what happened there, but they're definitely going to hit on that. It's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to this. I know I'm not hitting all of the news, but I think I pretty much nailed it, right, Willie?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good, and we're Russian today. But all the links for that are in the show notes. So
I'm not Russian. I'm
for me
American.
and my stoner beverage energy, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Don't stick me in Korthia, and it's gonna be great. This cloak's gonna be great.
Also, I don't remember if we mentioned or not, but there is an article on Wowhead that goes a little more into what we do know about the cloak. Like, for example, there's tailoring things that play into it, but that is in the show notes below. Also, there's a fuck ton of notes down there, so a fuck ton of URLs. So they're there, but you legitimately might have a better time just going and digging through all the information available online on your own. Stormy, stop it. My cat wants her dinner. So, I guess I can talk about the raid now, right?
Talk about the raid.
Yeah,
Sure.
I fucking hope so.
All right, so that fucking badass name, Manaforge Omega. Love it. This raid is a factory, like we said before, so it's sort of similar to the Manaforges, like in Netherstorm. There is a pretty significant group of corrupted ethereals. They're the Shadow Guard, and what they're trying to do is resurrect demented Jesus, Dementius, whatever. And they want to do that because they want him to finish eating the shards of Koresh, as well as they want him to eat Azeroth for whatever reason, because they're like corrupted by the void, and they're like, let's bring about all the bad things, and like, you ruined my world, but okay, I'll go with it, that kind of thing. So the final boss, of course, is Dementius, like we've been talking about, and I don't think we've actually mentioned on the episode yet, Dementius is fucking enormous. Like, according to what they said on the Blizzard, on the
Big
Wildcast,
boy.
as well as confirmed by some data mining from Wowhead, he's fucking huge. They showed him, like, standing in the middle of Dalaran. He fucking dwarfs the whole city. They showed him in the middle of Stormwind, dwarfs the whole goddamn city. And they even put a little model of N'Zoth next to him, which I don't think is quite the most accurate thing in the world, because N'Zoth was smaller than Dalaran in that. And let's be real, the model they used for N'Zoth is probably what you zone into when you get to the final boss after Carapace.
Yeah.
So, come on, that wasn't N'Zoth, that was part of N'Zoth. Still, Dementius is fucking enormous, you guys. Huge. How is that gonna work as a fight? We're gonna have to be like zip, zoop, zopping around, like to see him from different angles. That's gotta be
find
it.
out.
Yeah. So there were other cool things data mined other than confirming how big he is. They found all the tier set models for every class, and they look pretty sick. Since we're an audio podcast, we're not really going to do them justice by describing them, so go check them out, go find them. The link is in the show notes. And there is an interesting bit in the raid. Apparently, there is a 100% optional boss encounter, which, by it being optional, wow, makes me wonder how that's gonna affect Race to World First. That'll be an interesting little twist of the wrench. But this encounter is the Soul Hunters. It's optional, like I said, and it's weirdly enough a Demon Hunter Council. I don't know how the hell that, like, they said in the Wowcast something like there's a group of demon hunters that have made their way to Koresh, but they don't really, you know, expand on that. And of course, people have been taking that and running to hell with it, insisting that this means there's going to be a third demon hunter spec. Listen, if there is, cool. But why are you so dead set that that is confirmed? And Wowhead, I'm sorry. I saw
this news too. Yeah, people were geeking just about the concept.
I love your work, Wowhead. I love the work you do, but you are, by making an article about that, they're kind of making people think it's a real thing. And I feel like it's far more likely to be a glyph, the void corrupted metamorphosis demon hunter skin. And I, quite frankly, I believe that should be a glyph. Stormy, knock it the fuck. She just fucking bit me. God damn.
Jeez.
She's hungry. Little does she know her fucking cat food is on a timer. So she's not getting anything by biting me. Anyway, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Set boundaries. You gotta set boundaries. You gotta tell her who the boss is. Anyway, as far as the demon hunters, I mean, even like, and this is like my only relation to this is probably like how excited you and I were in particular at one point finding that that Drakthir were going to be other things, but we had fucking voice lines, and that still hasn't happened. So I don't think that there's been no fucking leak ever about any spec ever from anyone, not a MrGm, not a fucking Taliesin, not nobody that we know has ever said anything about this. And then a strangely cryptically worded article, and people just go off the deep end. It feels a little much. Like I'm saying, at least with the Drakthir thing, we had voice lines. Like MrGm helped us uncover that. We're like, neat. But yeah, this is just like, I mean, it's cool. I just scroll through it. I'm like, okay, not a demon hunter, don't care.
I
but
think
also like, yeah, it was just like a little much. I was like, all right.
The only thing of this that I can see as evidence supporting it is that these demon hunters were already here, and it's like, how the fuck did they get here? Why are they here? Why is Blizzard chosen that narrative?
This is what I'm saying though about Blizz. Sorry, Johnny, you can go ahead after this. About Blizz working to tie these threads. Ha, get it? Threads, because of Nubians. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, they sometimes have these weird place markers that we don't understand in real time. And I'm starting to see that more and more, like weird systems that people fucking hated that are coming back, or so we think, or so we feel. Like maybe these tools are in place, like these pins, these placeholders these system checks, you know, it can't all be in a beta all the time. It's gonna go real. It's gonna go live.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna monitor the community. So it could be something that they're doing, but yeah, I don't know. It's a little early for all the hullabaloo. Go ahead, Johnny.
The bosses, there was some data mining on the bosses, and that third demon hunter that looks a little voidy has very unique abilities compared to the other two, including Devour's Ire, Consume, Void Step, Hungering Slash, and Encroaching Oblivion, which all sound like actual, like you would imagine a demon hunter spec could have. But obviously it's still a reach. We don't really know.
I want it to be real. I just don't.
I mean, I want it to be real too. I would fucking mean swap so goddamn fast.
I wouldn't. I can't stand melee.
Like, I did.
That's why Johnny laughed. I was like, I don't care. I'm still scrolling, and he was like, oh. Yeah, I wouldn't roll one either. So.
I want it to
I
be
mean,
real,
I
though.
did play one back in Emergercell. I did. I took a break from Warlock for a tier.
I was a demon hunter in Nyalotha for a while.
Okay. Sorry.
So yeah. All right. Well, that's a thing. Oh, were you about to say something? I'm sorry. Nope. Okay. Thought we had a clip. No clip. Oh, thought we had a clip. So yeah. To sum up, I think it's most likely not adding another spec to Demon Hunters, but I would love to be wrong about that. I do think it's more likely that Void Metamorphosis is going to be a glyph, and if it's not a glyph, then Blizzard should make it a glyph.
I agree. So, it's probably that.
Elsewhere in the raid, there is going to be this cool mount that you get for killing Mythic Dementius. I'm gonna say Dementius. And it doesn't say that it's part of the Cutting Edge achievement, so you might be able to farm this for years to come. It is the Unbound Star Eater, kind of a cosmic dragon-looking mount. As far as the appearance goes, imagine like a purple nether drake, but like more high res and a lot more voided out with shadowies and like these cosmic ass star-like particle effects around it. And it's got armor. It's got head armor.
Like a sparkle pony for a shadow priest.
Yeah.
With a different color to it, sure. But it's got armor on the head, front legs, and a saddle.
It looks cool though.
It does. I'm not a mythicer. I'm a mythic raider, but like the Sparkle Dragon. That's its new nickname. Sparkle Dragon.
Sparkle Dragon. What
and
if
then
they went and fucked our captain, the dragon, and then had a Sparkle Captain?
Sparkle Captain Sparkles.
Yep.
Captain Sparkles.
That's, I'm gonna go tame some fucking Star Horses right now.
Captain Sparkles is the unholy offspring of the Mythic Dementius mount, and our captain is a dragon mount. It is now TB lore and canon. But to keep moving forward with talk of this raid, the Ahead of the Curve mount. And yes, there is a mount for this one, which makes sense. It's the last boss of the expansion, last raid boss of the expansion. And this is exactly why I have locked into raiding this tier, and I'll explain in a minute. But the mount for Ahead of the Curve is what they're calling the Royal Voidwing Dragon mount. This sort of resembles the void-like mount you got from Ahead of the Curve N'Zoth, except this one has armor on its head, 4 legs, back, and a saddle. So the reason this mount is the reason I'm locking in that I'm raiding is because of Nyalotha. Nyalotha was the first raid that Collected Company ever did together. And it also is famously the raid that I decided to quit raiding the night they got Ahead of the Curve. And I'm pissed off that I did that. I'm pissed off that I spent so long flaking on the guild, but I mean, honestly, everybody knows at this point it was a mental health problem that I needed to fix. So yeah, I want to go get this mount because it reminds me so much of the Nyalotha AOTC mount that I didn't get, and it'll put me raiding for the entire expansion with the guild, so that would make me feel like I'm making up for lost time.
It's not cool helmet.
I am super glad that you got AOTC this time, and I know a bit about your history and with and without Collected Company, and I'm super proud of you. And I've seen you over the past couple of years making some big steps and some good choices, and I think that's amazing.
Thank you.
Please.
So, that's it for the raid. Johnny, how about you tell us about this new dungeon?
It's fucking badass. It's called the Ecodome Eldani. Takes place in one of the ecodomes, like I said before. The ethereals are making like a terraform the broken pieces of Koresh together, right? That's what I'm imagining you would do. They're trying to recreate their planet, right? By force feeding it fucking shit from other planets. It's just like another storm. You know, they're trying to do it's like doing space experiments because there's no air. It's a broken up planet, kind of like Draenor, where it's like like our Outland, I guess. It's all sharded out. And canonically, apparently, it happens after the raid.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting. It's really strange and intriguing because it's gonna be kind of confusing when you do the dungeon first because it's gonna come out. Oh, and by the way, Mythic 0, Heroic, and Normal is gonna come out the day the content comes out. So you're gonna be able to jump right into this before you even get into the raid. So this is kind of like you get the epilogue before you even do the raid, pretty much. And as far as Mythic Plus is concerned, we have a new rotation. And obviously, they had a poll that they had done for what you wanted to bring back. And here are the winners: Dawnbreaker, Arakara, Operation Floodgate, and Priory. Those are the 4 returning dungeons from War Within. And then you got the other 4, which are usually older dungeons, and/or plus this new one that we're getting. So we're getting this new one, Ecodome Eldani. And we're getting the 2 Tazaveshes, right? Streets of Wonder and Celia's Gambit, right? So those 2 have 2 separate dungeons, right? And then Halls of Atonement from Shadowlands.
I don't even remember.
If they were going to bring
what
back a
was in
Shadowlands dungeon, that'd be my fucking pick, honestly.
I don't even remember how it went.
It's the one with the gargoyles that you would like, you could control them if you were a Venthyr. And you had like the big robot in the beginning and the big bears. And they were like, you had to go to those like pylon things. And then there was the last boss was on the terrace. And he would like throw statues at you.
I don't remember.
Oh, I don't know if I ever did that one because I was still kind of having dungeon. So I thought when they said Halls of Atonement, for some reason, I was thinking of like the Sanguine Depths.
No. Not
where
Sanguine.
Like the dudes just throw fucking blood at you the entire time, and then the boss is like a giant ball of blood and everything's blood. And I was like, no, I don't want to go there. So it's not that one.
It's the outdoor one where like you can't like get very far from the boss. Because he has that big ring around him, and you have to like move with the boss, kind of.
I definitely never did it.
You know what? I don't think I ever did it.
Yeah, it was a popular dungeon.
Yeah.
It was a super popular dungeon during Shadowlands. It was like the one everyone wanted to do all the time. That was like the fucking the GG.
Yeah, I've heard people howling all over the place about this. I just didn't. I had them confused which one it was.
It was the easier of the 2 dungeons from Shadowlands back in the day. It was like the easier of the 2 Venthyr dungeons. It was like you had to like go and pull a bunch of trash and then fill up this like vial thing, and then go to another part of the dungeon and fill up a vial again, like 2 or 3 times, and then you got to the first boss, and then it was like boss. So
if you hate it and you leave, something bad happens, right? Worse.
Oh yeah,
worse. Finally.
So they're finally doing the Zerner system for Mythic Plus, but they're doing it in a weird, different way than what you're probably thinking. They're still working details. Mr. D'Souza from told Wowhead in an interview, they're still working on the exact details, but essentially, it's if you rage quit a Mythic Plus dungeon, it's gonna mark you. Now, apparently they are gonna give everyone the option to /abandon and vote to abandon, so everyone can agree, or the majority can agree to disband the dungeon. Now, the exact details of how that's gonna work, or how you get rid of the mark once you get it, if you
it's
do
probably
end up getting
a timer
one,
thing.
It might not be though. They were kind of. It was kind of vague when you just described it. It might be.
What if it was like you got some of the small ones, and then like they turn into bigger ones, like crests, and then you just get this huge crest over your head that's like, I abandoned dungeons. Like, I don't know. Like,
Who knows?
Well, that's the thing. People are going to be able to see it in the group finder.
Who breaks people's keys for no reason. Fuck.
Yeah, it's... Oh wait, that guy quits? Nah, not taking him. You know, like it's very much like a social type punishment.
Social
like
justice, 1, 2, 3, woo, woo!
Yeah.
You said social justice about that.
Think about it. That's what it is. It's society
this
taking
reminds me of how your Uber driver can rate you. Did you guys know that your Uber driver can rate you and other drivers can see it? So like if you were a bitch or you didn't tip good or some shit, or like your kid almost threw up in their car, or like they had to go somewhere else, or any random thing you might ask an Uber driver, they can rate you. And then other drivers can see that. And if you have low stars, they won't come get you. That's kind of what this reminds me of. I don't know why.
I have never rated an Uber or Lyft driver less than the 5 stars.
Yeah, it's like the doy. Oh yeah, and there's 2 new mounts, the new KSM mount and a KSL mount. The Azure Void Flyer and the Scarlet Void Flyer. Essentially, twisted by the void, these winged creatures now rule the skies of Koresh. It reminds me, I want to say, it reminded me of the newer bar type, like Rashodon type mobs, like that boss.
That's what I was thinking of. I could not figure out how the hell to describe that.
The Renolath spider from Dawnbreaker. Now that you brought up Dawnbreaker, since that one's in the mythic pool, but like that weird kind of Nerubian. They also look a bit like those weird flying like ticks from BFA a little bit, from like the
I was thinking
the Nazmir ones, like the legs, like they're arachnid, but they're like they're all like
it looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
They do
amazing.
look cool.
Yeah, they do. Look
Do they have a walking? The mounts that exist using that model, do they have like a ground animation, or do they just kind of hover along?
Skitter. No, it's like having a spider mount. It's like getting on a spider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of scuttle their little feet around and move forward randomly.
I'm going for a scuttle.
Exactly.
I honest to God, I have a soundbite somewhere in my computer of Zoidberg saying that.
I'm going for a scuttle.
Honestly, because back in the day when I was raiding with the Rubber Chicken Coalition on CTR, the guild, Futurama was kind of a really big deal amongst our group, so I had a few sound bites ready to go.
I'm obsessed with that show. I love Zoidberg especially.
I mean, he's the goat, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's zoom forward here. So we're gonna talk real quick about ecological succession, I think it was called. We're making kind of like a biodome, Polyshore style, in one of those ecodomes. So, as told by Stefyun, Venari is trying to bring life back to those shredded parts of Koresh, and with that, she needs your help to fill one with animals and creatures that really thrive in the Koresh ecosystem. What this means is she will ask you to go back to previous zones, get animals, and experiment and see if they can survive in the Koresh ecosystem, and then release them to create a thriving ecology. Think of it as a void Jurassic Park where you're trying to make sure this beautiful place can thrive. So, in short, we're pissing off PETA. Can you survive? Oh, this one can't survive. Let's bring Wilsiak up here, the fucking whale from the moon. Let's see if he can survive.
South Park.
Well, I already made a South Park reference with the social justice 1, 2, 3.
I know.
But basically,
but that
we're building
one was way more glaring.
Yeah, fair.
The social justice one was like, you have to be deep. South Park.
Yeah, so we're building a zoo out of stolen creatures. It's kind of like we're fucking the British Museum, and we want to bring a little life back to Koresh. Venari, of all people, is leading this effort. No, she's not dead. Maybe she did get turned into a briquette, but she faked it. If you paid attention, she sent you an in-game mail.
Wrote you a
She faked
letter.
Here's
wrote you a letter
for you, but the words
Y'all who
get
just don't open your mail, we know who you are. We're
Yeah.
watching you. We're gonna send our special animals that Venari had us raise in her zoo to come get you for not reading your mail.
Isn't Falstad,
said,
Venari dead?
I have been false. I have been here the whole time, champion. Why do you make me wait? I don't know how to do a fucking broker voice. Fuck.
Yeah. So,
Whatever.
honestly, I'm not really sure how that system is going to turn out. It sounds fun. I don't know if it's one of those things that I'm just gonna look at once and then not touch, but we'll see. We'll see.
I was super obsessed with the Pandaria farm. Just
I never
like
actually
that
did
was
it.
way in the beginning, that, and then like also there were a few, like I'm thinking specifically there's a mount in BFA where you have to go raise it every day. It's down in the like it's like a drain. Anyway, the mount is like an Akir. It's like a bug. It's like a big red and purple voidy looking flying bug. Looks nasty as fuck. But you had to go back for like 2 weeks in a row and do dailies for this guy and see the progress. Like, if this is anything like that, I am actually all in for it. This is something I would engage with 100%, just based on how much I love farms, just based on how much I like raising and like world building activities. I might spend too much time here. Like, Johnny, what do you think about it?
I'm fucking hype as shit, and I'm wondering if this is their test run before housing to have all of our pets and shit at our house. You know,
Right,
shit.
yo, right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you could. The way that they do these little place markers and stuff now, we see them all the time. Once you see them, you can't unsee them. You're like, oh, they're
Yeah.
just testing a different, better system. Like, potentially.
So,
Allegedly.
Watch your
Rolling,
microaggressions, bro. Come on now.
Gershom, tell us about the new delve, the archival assault.
So, I am so excited for this. So, for all of us trying to connect the pieces as far as like where the story's going and stuff, this takes place in the Azure Vaults, like Dragonflight Azure Vaults, yeah. And then so there's some brokers in there doing their pirate shit, and of course we're gonna stop them from stealing shit, doing pirate shit. I'm sorry, I don't know what this is. And we're gonna run around and kill shit, and Brand's gonna be like, y'all, you got to get some better moves next time, or like what did he fucking say to me the other day made me so mad. Oh, let's try some harder hitting moves. I was like, why don't you try some harder hitting fucking heals, bro?
Right.
Titans preserve your ass. Fuck you. I'm gonna come after you. They'll preserve you. I'll come and kill you. Anyways, we have a
Blizzard,
love-hate relationship.
I beg you, Blizzard. The
Me and
Delve
Brand go way
Companion for
back.
Midnight. Please, for the love of God, Blizzard, make the Midnight Delve Companion nowhere near as irritating and campy. Stop making
I
Delves
love him.
feel
We
like an
disagree on this.
afterthought.
I want his camp. I want to go there.
Okay, fair enough. Don't stand
I don't know.
there.
Go to there.
Don't stand there. It's like, well, fucking, you just threw my potion there, so I thought maybe you'd throw another one, but instead you threw it off the cliff. And then this guy threw like an axe at my face. So yeah.
Brand's
I
like,
died.
wait, I
Thanks.
know what to do. And he throws a healing potion at the enemy. And the enemy heals.
He won. Or he goes, wait, I know what to do, and like hearts out.
Bubble
Just
heart
fucking
Brand.
dips.
Just
Like,
dips out, just see it. Just the little copter comes in and goes, woo! You guys ever see how that helicopter makes that noise when it comes in? It goes like, wee! Like makes a little noise.
right.
He's like, I know just what to do in this situation, champion! Woo! And the guy like flies in, takes him out. Fuck off.
I think this distraction is my fault. You want to bring us back to it?
Yes, I will. I'm sorry.
I think that's my fault.
It's okay. Your writing style is great though. It
Well, thank
melds
you.
very much with my joke telling style. So, so we're gonna get a new Delve Nemesis every season of Delves. We get a new one, and we're getting, like we mentioned before, Nexus Princess Kaiveza from the Nerebar Palace raid. So she had kind of yeeted off and basically talked shit. She was like, oh yeah, watch your back. What did she say? Oh, you wrote the quote. She says, I will let your bounties grow before I collect. Until then, watch your back. So I guess she's behind our back now, and we should be careful. So yeah, she's gonna be the new raid nemesis, the one that pops up on you, and the one that's gonna be like, let me solo him, let me solo her, let me solo them. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but neat. And I can throw it back to Willie. I know you have like a few more things going on towards the end here.
Well, the thing to point out that the one thing we missed, well, wait, you might have said it because I was sending my wife a message. Did you mention the dirigible and the cool-looking X-Wing type shit?
I didn't, but I didn't see it in my notes either. But I might have fucked up.
So
we're
basically,
getting a new mount, obviously, new season.
Yeah.
So, sorry, go ahead.
This season's dirigible. Like, I'm not gonna go into like describing the base of it, but the one you get for killing Kaiveza is the Delver's Mana Skimmer. Well, actually, that's what the whole dirigible's called. But this one looks fucking awesome. It's like a purpley ethereal X-Wing almost from Star Wars, but it's also not. You gotta look it up. I'm not doing it justice. It just looks awesome.
Do you surf on it or sit on it? Is it like a standing?
Well, it's a dirigible.
thing?
You sitting in it. It's
a dirigible. Okay,
Yeah.
like a cockpit type style.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, that was what I'm here. I think Blizzard is still trying to figure out what they want delves to be. I want delves to. I've had a complaint that they feel like a secondary, like an afterthought. I like that we are seeing the nemesis be somebody from existing content that we've actually heard of before. I do gotta say, I feel like the delves could stand to be tied in a little more to current events in such and such any given patch. Like, I understand, like, sure, relicize them if you want. Make them like relics of the patch they came from. But if you add a new patch, thematically matching the patch is awesome. But tie it in story-wise a little bit. Like,
Johnny and I had talked about this, not to interrupt you for too much. I know we've been going forever, but we had talked about it. Remember, Johnny, we talked about someday there being at least one delve in like real critical, like starting zones even, that would have quests to go up to them, but you do like a Dead Mines delve or a Wailing Cavern delve, like
that would
just other ways to do things. We're not going to go on and on about that, but go ahead, Willie, sorry. But we had talked about something similar.
I don't know. I would prefer if delves didn't feel so shoehorned, but at the same time, I do recognize it seems as they are a brand new pillar, and Blizzard is still trying to work out what to do with them, and that's fine.
I'm glad they're keeping them. I would think if I had one wish for a delve really quick, I think at some point we should get to like, we could pick, like if we ever do get to the point where we get different followers, and I don't think they're going to make us wait a whole expansion next time. I think they'll get that tech together and probably deliver us more followers. I think it would be cool to choose them. That's my wish for delves in the future. I think that'd be cool.
Would be nice.
Yeah.
Well, before we get going, I want to point out that there were a number of interviews done by creators of Blizzard's staff about the patch that did this similar thing with patches previously, and we have as many of them as I found on Wowhead anyway, linked below, so just go through and see what ones are there and, you know, have fun. So we are gonna then go ahead and get out of here, but before we do, final thoughts.
Demented Jesus is not my ex's new nickname. Not at all.
Oh my god. My final thought was gonna be, I can't wait to fly around and kill Demented Jesus, but that would have made me sound bad.
Bro, pop the trunk, do it. Come on, do it. Pop the trunk. Sorry, you can delete that.
Demented Jesus. I'm not deleting shit.
Okay.
I'm not deleting shit. Johnny, what's your final thought?
I'm excited about the new fucking dungeons and like Tazavesh coming back, and that being the city that we're gonna be at, and that being the hub. That's kind of what I'm excited about.
All right, well, then we are, in fact, going to go ahead and get on out of here. You can go ahead and follow us in the social media places. You can find the various proper spellings for these things in the episode description, by the way. So I am at Wooly08 on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky, and at Wooly_08 on TikTok. Gershom is at Hunter Gershom on Twitter and at Hunter Gershom with 2 R's on Instagram. Boomy is at Boomy Nation on Twitter and YouTube. Pretty much any social media he might have, you'll find him at that. Johnnie is Johnnie.tips on Discord and at Johnnie.tips on Instagram. And of course, CRAIIIG, our very part-time 5th co-host, is at CRAIIIG Addict on Twitter. And speaking of co-hosts, Boomy expects to be back soon, TM. He's unsure when, but he's trying to come back as quick as he can. Then, of course,
as long as he sends his beard along.
Yes.
We're good. Yes.
His beard gave me that message,
not him.
actually.
His beard does a podcast, not him.
His beard is the one that gave me that message.
It's facts, indeed.
Anyway, the show, of course, then is at Thrall's Balls Pod on Twitter and on Instagram. And I don't remember if I ever made a TikTok for the show or not, but don't expect to find one, I guess. Oh, no, I did. But, you know, good luck finding it. I mean, it's at Thrall's Balls Pod, but we don't use it. Anyway, you can also email us with any feedback or questions, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. Leave us feedback on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or in a reviews channel on our Discord. Go to thrallsballs.com to find our link tree. All of our relevant links, including Discord, can be found there. And that's it. Bye. We love you. Be good.
Bye, swingers. Love you.
Dementias.
Dimencheese nuts. Dimension these nuts on your OnlyFans.